Okay, hello. I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and do this video to do with tomorrow, which is going to be 2/21. Okay, several interesting things to do with Madonna potential croquet date tomorrow. Now, if you've been following my channel, you will know that I've done quite a lot of dates for Madonna to croak on, but one of the dates that shows up an awful lot, or the numerology that shows up a lot, is this 122. Okay, and so we have that numerology with this date tomorrow. One thing to note is that what's interesting about this, and this big connection to the dollar bill and to 9/11 and everything else, is that the Alpha's birthday, Mr. President, happy birthday, Mr. President, um, is tomorrow. Okay, in the new calendar, it's the 22nd of February. Okay, so I just wanted to, if I forget to point that out, and we just had President's Day as well, which was interesting. So I want to remind people of what is going on with that little connection anyway. Now, 9/11, of course, shows up in the dollar bill as well. And so I'm starting the Fibonacci sequence here, and this is the reduced Fibonacci sequence. So this is a cycle. So this is going, when we get to this 24, it's coming back around to here and starting again. Okay, so it's a continuation. And so we have two reference points for balance, which is, this beginning and end point here, and also this middle point here. Okay, so we got to bear that in mind, right? Now, you'll note that 9/11 here, I've got this 1, 2, 3. Okay, and again, this ties back with what I think is going to happen sometime here fairly soon. Actually, I've got another video for this, and I'm going to link this to these couple of new charts that I've been working on, and this is part of that chart right here. And so this thing with the Hoover Dam, and the number that sort of connects 9/11 and the Hoover Dam really well is this number here. Okay, the 32,123 day jump. Okay, 321123. It's like a start over, a reset number. Okay, and that just happened to connect the birth of the Hoover Dam to both. I'll tell you what it connected it to this year. It connected to 9/11. So if we take a couple of key numbers for the Hoover Dam, it connects the Hoover Dam to 9/11/2023. Okay, oh, I can't write. And it also connected the Hoover Dam to 2/11 this year, 24. Okay, to the Super Bowl. Okay, so this is really important to put in the back of our mind, that this 3-2-1 or 1-2-3, the countdown thing, is super important. Okay, so that's why I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 numbers and stuff. Anyway, the first thing to look at is this. So 9/11 here, and we have a reference point with 9/11 for the year as well, because on each side of 9/11, here's the 2 and here's the 1. Okay, so that 1, again, like I was saying, is coming back round to here, to this point here, right? So we've got our 2001, because you just stick some zeros in the middle of it all and it's the same number. Okay, numerologically speaking. So we have our reference point for number jumps, which is 9/11/2001. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to look straight away at another 1-2-3 number. Okay, and let me just explain something about 1-2-3 very, very quickly. Is if we go back to my chart of Lorraine, okay, what I want to point out is, without coming off of this right here now, let me just talk through it, right? So you'll have to be kind of have kept up with the channel a little bit, but in the chart of Lorraine, the 10th Lucas number, I can explain it here. The 10th Lucas number, so Lucas 10, is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and if we were to total up to this point in Lucas numbers, our total would be 1, 2, 2. Okay, no, it wouldn't be 1, 2, 2. Our total would be our total 1, 2, 2 would be actually the 8th Lucas number. Okay, or would be up to the point of the 8th Lucas number, should I say? Okay, if I could get my words right, it would be a lot easier, right? So all these numbers in Lucas numbers have a kind of a counterpart number. Like this doesn't really show up in Lucas numbers. It's almost like a metaphysical number, like Eve. Okay, this is like a metaphysical number. It's the Eve because it comes before the Adam, before the day of. Okay. And somebody be shouting, well, Adam came first, didn't I? Okay, but this is the day of, and this is the day before. Okay, so the Eve you don't see, okay, in the table. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to point out the fact that these two are connected, and this is, again, what I want to say is Lucas numbers start on 2. Okay, so 2, 8 is a reference for 122 and 123 as well because of the connection with these two numbers. So let me just show you something real quick, because if we look here where we tie into 911, we have 819. 819, which is Matthew Perry numbers, also flips to 618. Okay, which is Madonna's. You have to read them backwards. I know that's a bit of a kerfudgery there, but 816 is her birthday. Okay, and again with Matthew Perry and the whole thing there, and this kind of man, woman, these two things, kind of interesting, and they're just the 16th, 17th, 18th, just 3 days apart. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh yes, 2-8. I just want you to note that this 2-8 is on the end of her numbers here, and Matthew Perry's numbers. And again, just to not get too sidetracked, but again with Matthew Perry and these same numbers with Matthew Perry is, look right here now. Here's his death date, yeah, the 28th, and just stick a 0 on the end of this 1 here, the 28th of October. Okay, so again, all this stuff's tying together. Now I want to show you a number jump here now. Okay, so let's get rid of all that crap, excuse my French, but let me show you a number jump. And what I'm going to concern myself with is, again, we're going to look at 1, 2, and 3 here. Okay, 1, 2, 3 is what we want to concern ourselves with. Okay, because this connection to restarting and to completion. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 is the 10th Lucas number. Yeah, 10 is completion and restart. That's what the number 10 represents. So we're going to look at this set of numbers right here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go from 911, and we're going to do this jump, and we're also going to look at another jump here as well, including this next number as well. So let me show you. Let's go to this. Well, 189, and also, well, I'm going to have to flip backwards and forwards here a little bit. Hang on a minute. Let's see what we've got here. No. Let's see if I can find. Here we are, 189. Okay, so this is this first number jump. Her birthday through to 221 is that middle set of numbers there. with, you know, the 11, 12, and 13, 189 days. That was really interesting. Okay. Let's do another number jump. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Let's go from 9/11, 2001 now. Okay. And let's look at this 8198. Okay, let's go back to the chart so we can see what we're talking about. So if we read from the center here, 81 and 98, okay, that number jump again is taking us to the same date, and we're reading from the center, which is quite not, I kind of like that. I know people will be, oh, you're just fudging it to make it work, but I actually kind of like looking from what this thing is, which is the Vesica Pisces. Okay, the center point here. So that's again pretty nice. And then we can actually look at maybe this 8118 and the 91 as well on the other end, or the other balance point. Okay, if you put these in a circle, essentially this is just a line straight down from the top to the bottom, just like, you know, one going on the clock from like 12 down through to 6. Okay, this is what we're having, you know. So anyway, let's let me get rid of some of this a second, and let's go back now and let's look at these end numbers now. Okay, which is just a little bit different from the middle. Yeah, we've got 1898 there, and now we're dealing with a an 81 or a 18 and a 9191. Okay, 19. Right, let's do this. Okay, so where was that one at? Was it this first one here? So again, 81 and 91. Okay, so I'm going to kind of reverse my order of doing things here, but 8191, right? 8191, 8191. So we're just reading them straight. Okay, and that takes us to, that took us to 214. Okay, and now 214, we have a tie back to 211 with this 214, yeah, because we had the Super Bowl. Let's put the Vesica Pisces around it, the ball, the Super Bowl parade, and then we had the shooting at the parade. So there was some significance to the parade this year. Okay, and the idea of what is going on with Valentine's Day is this arrow is shooting through. Basically, it's really the Vesica Pisces, you know, and that is turned into, you know, we use the heart symbolism because the heart is the center of the body. Okay, the Vesica Pisces is the, you know, the center between the two sides of reality. Okay, between the metaphysical and the physical. Okay, so they're the same idea, right? Anyway, so we've got this tie back to 214. Yeah, we're tying back with 9/11, back to 214, and now we can tie back to the Super Bowl this year with this 211 date, which in here actually it is right here tied into 9/11 as well. Okay, so I mean it's pretty mental, the connections here. Okay, now let's go back and just hang on a minute. So there's 214 tying into the Super Bowl with the Vesica Pisces. Now you know why I'm thinking. What I'm thinking here is I'm thinking iPet Go with the Black Madonna weeping over the, you know, the dead Jesus, or, you know, the dead son. Okay, and that Super Bowl trophy that is in iPet Go, which is the Super Bowl trophy, which is the Madonna. Okay, now so we have that connection back again with Madonna to the Super Bowl to 211, and this connects quite nicely now. But I want to show you another connection to 211. What have we got here? Okay, so before we get into the 211 too much, I just want to show you as well that from 9/11/2023 through to 211 to the Super Bowl is 153. If you go and look up sacred geometry, look up the 153 fish. Okay, this is to do with the Vesica Pisces, this number. Okay, so this is important with the Vesica Pisces shaped ball. Yeah, yeah. You've got two. We have the twin teams this year, kind of similar colors, and again, the twin team that shared Joe Montana. And I think he was there. Or whatever. And again, those two teams are on the field fighting against each other for control of what? The Vesica Pisces. So again, it's kind of crazy, really. Let me show you another little jump. Okay, that was we've already done that one. So let's go from Madonna's birthday, 2023, and let's do 211 days, right? Why am I doing 211 days? Because of the Super Bowl reference in iPet Go, this Super Bowl reference that we've just had, basically the Vesica Pisces is the Madonna, It's the reference to the feminine as well, yeah? And it's the reference to birthing as well, coming out of a false corrupt system through that passageway, stepping out of that thing. But what's going to happen is we're going to be rebirthed, but then there's going to be a new version of that Vesica Pisces, yeah? Or you're going to look at the Vesica Pisces and say, wow, it looks tempting on the other side of that thing. Should I go back into it? So although it's the balance point, men will understand what I'm saying. When you're faced with that thing, Pandora's box is open. It's difficult to resist temptation. Okay, so the whole thing will start over again. The whole system will start over again. So death is rebirth. Okay, now if we do that 211, it's 314. Now, funnily enough, Pi Day happens to be, if we just do a quick cross-reference here now, back to the 21st, okay, where are we at? We are, again, we're one day before Washington's birthday on 2/22, okay, the new calendar birthday of Washington, okay, and right here we've got 314 days left in the year with 2/21, okay, and also the 52. Now, if you've seen my other decode, you'll know that I waffle on about the 52/25. If you join the 52 together, what you're going to end up with, let me just draw it real quick, 52, okay, join it, okay, it's a cup, right? It's the cup, fill it up with liquid, and 25 is the flip of this, so this is 25 would be the spilling of the cup as well. So this is kind of interesting, the 52 being the vessel. Again, the Madonna is the vessel, yeah? So again, another good, another nice reference there. Anyway, what in the hell where am I going at now? So I just wanted to mention that with the pi. And again, remember what the dam is. The dam, let's draw pi. Okay, the dam, actually, the Hoover Dam actually has the two legs coming off, and it's like that, more like that. Okay, but it's not a stretch with the pi symbol, to look at the Hoover Dam and see the pi symbol right there. It is the pi. Okay, and what I will say about the pi reference is when I show you this new set of charts, is that the the set of numbers that kind of balance the whole table really is pi. Okay. The other, Fibonacci and Lucas all play a part, but pi is like the central point in this next table I'm going to show you. But of course, I haven't got the table made up yet, so I'm going to have to wait a day or two to do that. I just don't have time. It's quite a lot of stuff to put in, to make up something that you can see and read easily. So at some point next few days, I'll try and get that done so you can see it, because it's absolutely fascinating, the number jumps with 9/11 and the connections to the Queen and the connections to the eclipse and all this stuff. It's just mental. Anyway, what else do I want to show you here? I think I wanted to say something about oh, that was it, her actual tour. I believe if we go to, oh no, it was March the 16th. Okay, so that's oh, interesting with Palm, with the 19th, with the 13th of no, that's the 13th of March. I want the 4th. Oh, that is, no, there is no 14th of March. Okay, so that is kind of interesting that the next point on is resurrection. From there's no 14th here, huh? So she's not got a date for the 14th of March, but again, the next possible date on from then is Phoenix. So the rising, I guess, from the ashes. So we've got to have the death before that, and then rising from the ashes on the 16th. Well, if nothing happens to her tomorrow, Anyway, I think pretty much I'm going to leave it like that for this video. I think we did all the kind of the major number jumps. There were some interesting ones. Again, this 211 connecting to 314 to the pi, and I've got to tell you that this new table, we're using the pi sequence to balance, which again, the idea of balancing is the idea of the Vesica Pisces. So we're using that thing to balance. Anyway, what else do we have here that I have not talked about? 153, again, that's the Vesica Pisces. Again, this is the Vesica. And also note that in Lady Gaga's 911 video, there's also that same Madonna figure, the Black Madonna with weeping over the dead son. That's in that video, that 911 video of Lady Gaga's. And after that, there's a reference to the Hoover Dam, there's a reference to the Golden Gate Bridge, and there's a reference, I'm pretty sure, to the Space Needle. So I think we're going to maybe see, I don't know, that's what I'm thinking. We're going to see those things play out. I'm going to leave it there for this video. I'm trying to think if there's something that I've really forgotten that's really bad, I think I've got everything, again, this connection back as well to Valentine's Day, pretty important connection back to, again, the Vesica Pisces ritual of the Super Bowl. Again, so I'm gonna leave it there. What I'll do is I'll try and get a video out pretty soon on this new chart, this pie chart. I'm going to call it, probably something like that, and I'll show you some really cool stuff, so stay tuned. Yeah, catch you on another one soon. Cheers, bye.